What are you doing?
I work here.
Since when?
Since yesterday. Although it feels like it's been longer. Ethan Lovett. And you are?
You're stealing money out of the cash box.
No, not at all. I was just going through last night's tape.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my brother, the cop.
No, seriously, you can take a look for yourself. The receipts are a mess.
Detective Spencer, please.
All right, everybody put it down. Lulu, put down the phone. Ethan, put down the money.
What is going on here?
I wouldn't dream of taking your hard-earned cash. I learned my lesson the first time.
No, you didn't.
Look, the point is, instead of
Point
stealing
is, close the
money,
lid and turn the lock. There. See, was that so hard?
Back up. He's stolen from you before?
He tried the night of that mess at the hospital. Kid has the makings of a first-class grifter. Ethan Lovett, meet my daughter, Lulu.
Well, that explains a lot.
Since when do you hire people who rip you off?
It's a long story, love. Maybe you would like a drink while you're hearing it.
Slick here robbed me of a loaf of bread, and I followed the crumbs to a nice little dive in Old Town, and I got it back with a stop off in the Greenfield jail.
Yes, I've made a lot of mistakes, but thanks to your old man, it all worked out for the best.
How did you get sprung this time?
Tracy.
And brimming with the spirit of forgiveness, he offered me a job here at the casino.
So you handed him an open invitation to steal from you again?
I like his style. I'd rather have him working for me than against. And Tracy is crazy about the idea, so how could I argue?
You argue with Tracy all the time.
Listen, she told me about that ordeal at the hospital. I'm so sorry you went through that. I wish I'd been around to help.
No, it's fine. I know you would have if you could.
He certainly would have. When you're his beloved daughter, and Tracy, she's just...
That's Mrs. Spencer to you, Casanova.
Forgive me. Mrs. Spencer is 1 in a million.
1 in a million.
Well, you and I know it's snake oil, but Tracy... I mean, it's taken me years to put one over on her. This wily weasel had her suckered in from hello.
I resent that.
Popsicle, we were just talking about you.
Yes, I believe you called me a sucker.
Well, let's face it, you do fall for every silver-tongued word that comes out of tall, dark, and gruesome.
This from the man who led the poor boy astray.
The poor boy.
I appreciate your faith in me, Mrs. Spencer.
Oh, call me Tracy, please.
Tracy. Your husband is an absolute inspiration, and I'm sure you wouldn't have married him if he weren't.
You're far too kind.
And larcenist. Don't forget larcenist. As my prime investor, I should think you'd like to keep your eye on whose hand is in the cookie jar.
It'll be worth it, every penny.
I see you're back to your disagreeable self.
Lulu, speaking of recovery, you need to take it easy. It takes a long time to get over smoke inhalation.
I'll be careful.
I owe your daughter a debt of gratitude. She was my rock during the hospital crisis. You know, that's the little event you missed while you were in jail again.
Madam, my abysmal behavior stands rebuked. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have people to do and things to see.
Actually, no, you're coming with me. There is havoc hovering on the horizon, and you and I need to strategize.
Oh, my interest is piqued.
I had a very disturbing discussion with Daddy, and I will fill you in on the details.
You're lucky to such a great dad.
Don't use that phony charm on me. What kind of scam are you working?
So that's how I ended up Walkabout, which ultimately landed me here in Port Charles.
And at the Haunted Star, and my dad.
Yeah, we get off to a rocky start. Your stepmom had to twist his arm to get me a job here, but I think he appreciates the company.
And that's the plan, isn't it?
Do I look like I have a plan?
Well, my dad once told me the easiest mark for a con artist is another con artist.
Well, that's rather cynical, don't you think?
Well, he knows that you're working, Tracy, but he can't see that you're working him, too.
Of course he can. He caught me with my hand in the till.
No, he thinks that you're a thief, and he's not looking past that, but I am.
Well, you need not look much further. There's not much there.
Well, it's obvious that my father's not Father of the Year material. He was in and out of my life and my brother's, and he got a lot of flack for it over the years.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
And then you show up acting like he's your hero, and all you want to do is learn from him and emulate him. Of course he's gonna lap that up.
If you really think I can pull one over on your father, you don't know him very well.
And you do?
I'm jealous.
I'm just trying to protect my family.
Well, don't worry. Luke and I may be two of a kind, but I have no intention of trying to take your place in his life.
Okay. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. I know I'm late. It wasn't intentional. That's why I brought a caramel latte as a peace offering.
I already had one, but I'll take it anyway.
I know you had to cover both phones, but on my way here, I stopped at the Honda Star to see my dad, and it turns out he's getting conned by this slick new bartender. I don't know. He's charming in his oily, transparent sort of way, and his accent is completely fake. Everything about him screams red flags. And my dad doesn't even see it, and he's got Tracy wrapped around his finger too.
Sorry to hear it.
So you're not mad that I'm late?
No, I handled everything. I talked to Carol at Maha Chang. I handled the photo shoot with Fetty and set up Kate's conference call.
So is this the new Zen Maxie?
Spinelli came by here earlier, and I thought he would be really happy that he was finally free and the FBI was leaving him alone.
But he's not.
Spinelli was acting very un-Spinelli-like. It just got me thinking that maybe he told me everything was okay so I wouldn't worry. What if he's still in trouble?